What's up YouTube, Justin from the Team Misplay here. I know it's been a while since I've done a video, but I got a good one for you today. I went to the Oklahoma Regionals this past Saturday, March 2nd. I actually got my invite finally and top 8'd, as you can tell by the mat. But anyway, I ran water for the event. It was 8 rounds. I went undefeated through 7 rounds and then just scooped my last round because it didn't matter. I will have a tournament report posted up on the Tumblr page, and that should be done within the week, so if you want to see how I did. But anyway, here's the deck list. Here we go. Alright, so I played water. I played mono Mermails, so no Undyne. No Undyne, no controllers, because I played controllers at YCS Miami and it kind of just screwed me having drawing controllers. I'd rather draw anything else but a controller. So here's the deck list. Starting off, triple diva. A lot of the mono Mermail builds only run 2, but I really like 3 for the plays that it made. Triple marksman. I play triple diva, so I'm gonna play triple marksman. Marksman's great because it's got, it'll special summon. It'll special summon any Atlantean from the deck, so I can go grab Dragoons, or I can go grab a heavy infantry and normal summon something else if I want to make some more plays. And we all know what it does when it's discarded. Pops face downs. Double heavy infantry. I didn't really see the need for triple heavy infantry. Mostly back rows. Later on I'll show you why. I can deal with, and then monsters I can usually beat over them or big eye them. Triple Dragoons, I mean, you have to. It searches any Sea Serpent in the deck, and you want as much deck thinning as possible in this deck because a lot of the cards are not Sea Serpents. So you want to be able to thin the deck out so you can draw the cards that aren't Sea Serpents. And 1800 body. And the great thing is I had one matchup where I had a Dragoons on the field and I just kept summoning Marksmans and attacking directly with Marksmans, and my opponents didn't realize that Dragoons let them attack directly. Double Pike. Most mono Mermails ran 3, but I just ran 2. This card, level 4, great for rank 4 plays. You discard a water to grab a level 3 water. So I can dump the Marksman to pop the back row and go search an Abyss Gun for further plays, or I can just keep grabbing Marksmans to keep dumping, to keep popping back rows. 2 Abyssland. You know what it does. It special summons Mermails from the deck. You special summon this off of Abyss Sphere. What was really great about this is that it combos well with Abyss Gun because I can dump Abyss Gun to special summon this from the graveyard and then ram this into a bigger monster or crash with a monster in order to special summon a bigger Mermail from my deck. 2 Abyss Gun. This card obviously is just used to special summon Mermails from my graveyard. It sets up a lot of rank 4 and rank 7 plays, as well as recurring Mermail Abyssland from the graveyard so that I can bring out bigger Mermails from my deck or set up defenses. Triple Abyss Teus. This card was definitely MVP of the day. There's a lot of awkward hands that you can get where you don't have the right card combinations, and the fact that you can discard just 1 water monster for this card lets you really fix your hand that can be dead, and also you can search a Mermail. So if I have Gunned in hand, I can go grab Pike, or if I have Pike in hand, I can go grab Gun and continue to go off from there. Especially late game, it was such a great card to draw. 2 Abyss Megalos. Obviously, mono Mermails are playing 3 Abyss Megalos. I didn't run 3 because I couldn't afford the 3rd Megalo, so I kind of made do with 2. But aside from that, I mean, everybody knows what this card does, and it's just kind of like the finisher of the deck. 1 Mermail Abyss Lead. Big 2700 body. This usually ran over a lot of stuff that I couldn't deal with. Also, the dumping 3 effects actually works really well in the mono Mermail build because I can usually dump a Gun and a Megalo and then like a Marksman or a Heavy Infantry and then continue to go off from there. And then the last monster, Gores. I didn't run any continuous traps and I didn't run a lot of back row. So this card worked out really well. This card was great because a lot of people were not expecting Gores. So that's another 2700 body, which is like the biggest monster that's inside the deck outside of Abyss Lead. Onto the spells. I ran triple MST. Ran one common because I didn't want to draw, 3 MSTs. And also I wanted an easy card to side out, and so screw common cards. Double salvage. It's like a mini pot of avarice for the deck.
Hold on. Other builds actually don't play salvage. Is there a reason you decided to?
Mostly because I was running a lot of excess in the Atlantean cards, and I wanted to be able to recycle those. And I ran triple Diva and triple Marksman and double Heavy Infantry. And also, you can go grab the guns back, you can go grab the lens back, you can set up plays where you can set up defenses, or if you have the Teus in hand, grab the Abyss gun back, dump it for Teus, special summon a Megalo or a lead that you've already discarded or has been beaten over. Ran Mind Control. First card I'm taking out when I rebuild this deck. Card did nothing for me. Common Pot of Avarice because I'm broke. But no, card's necessary. I mean, you wouldn't play the deck without it. Heavy Storm, Dark Hole, Reborn Game. Double Abyss Sphere. I ran a 2-2-2 lineup. Only had 2 Megalos, so I ran 2 Lens and 2 Spheres. I didn't want to play 3 Spheres. I didn't want to play 3 Spheres and have really nothing to grab. This card came in clutch a lot of times when I would attack, and then like my opponent would be at like anywhere from 15 to 20 to 2200 life points, and I just flip this and go grab the last Mermail I needed to punch for game. Double Torrential. Deck is basically trapless, but this is great for just consolidating the field and using my own Abyss Lens. And then double Mirror Force, another common one because I'm broke. A lot of people actually ran into Mirror Forces all the time. Most people didn't expect Mirror Force in the Mermail deck, and most people definitely didn't expect 2 Mirror Forces in the Mermail deck. Moving on to the extra deck. Squirtle, definitely the best Gorz token in the game. Armory Arm, Diva, and Heavy Infantry, and this does a lot of great burn damage, and I can boost up my small boss monsters with this up to 3400. Catastor to deal with problem cards that I couldn't beat over just because their attacks were too high and they weren't dark. Hyper Librarian in case I got Catastored. DeLorean. DeLorean came in really clutch, especially when my opponents were like setting back rows. Or not back rows, excuse me, setting monsters, and I was attacking with Marksman, pulling out Atlanteans, and then bouncing back to my hand to discard with other Mermails. Black Rose didn't make that once all day. Gungnir made that one time all day. When it worked, but it wasn't that great. Stardust Dragon, I probably should have just played Starlight Road if I was going to play this card. Gachi Gachi made that one time all day. Zen Mains didn't make it at all. Abyss Trite made this a lot actually. Didn't make it using materials. I actually just made it with Bahamut Shark. But it was really great putting Bahamut Shark and Abyss Trite on the field because this 2800 ass is fucking penetrable. And also, I was usually making this late game with like lead or megalos in the graveyard and being able to pull those back. Leviathan Dragon didn't make it once all day. Abyss Dweller made this quite a few times because it's the only rank 4 that doesn't require 2 water monsters. So there'd be times when I have Armory Arm and a Dragoons or Armory Arm and a Pike, and I wanted something to shut down my opponent's graveyard. Bahamut Shark made this a lot. That 2600 attack is really, really good, beats over a lot of stuff, and then after I attack it, I can then detach for the Abyss Trite. Big Eye, MVP of the extra deck. It was literally Big Eye for game, probably about 5 or 6 games. And then Mermail Abyss Gaios, I only got to use it one time, and even then, it was only because Big Eye would have been a less optimal play. I played a lot of decks where Abyss Gaios would have shut it down, but I was already in a commanding position, so it didn't matter. Moving on to the side deck, I played 1 Lightning Vortex. It's great because you can combo it with Abyss Gun, ditch Abyss Gun, special summon a monster, blow up all their face-up monsters on the field. Played 1 Smashing Ground for Dino Rabbit, for the Dino Rabbit matchup, because the great thing about this is since it doesn't target, if I smash and ground, I'm taking a monster off their field, because if they decide to lance, it'll go to a different monster, and so I just use one card to get 2 of their cards. 2 Soul Takers. I like being able to pick monsters to destroy. 2 Messenger of Pieces. Didn't side this once all day. 2 Shadow Imprisoning Mirrors. I sided these, didn't really get to use them, but I was glad I sided them because there was definitely a lot of just kind of random dark decks floating around. Double Dust Tornado. I hate Macrocosmos and D-Fissure. That's why I was maining triple MST and siding Double Dust Tornado. 2 Dimensional Prisons. Same thing as Mirror Force. People just didn't expect that kind of protection coming from a water deck. And then 3 Maxis, 1 Secret First Ed, 1 Unlimited First Ed, and 1 Super, again because I'm broke. This worked. I sided this specifically for 6 Samurais and the mirror match, but I ended up playing a few agent decks, and watching them have to, let me draw cards off of a Venus play was really nice.
What was the first extra card you would pick out when you go to game 2? What was the first one you would pick out?
The first extra deck card? Or side deck card?
Side deck card.
There wasn't really a side deck card that I picked over any other side deck card to go in. I guess the first few cards that I was always looking to side in were probably Dust Tornadoes, expecting D-Fissures to come in for most decks. And then after that, it was the Soul Taker Smash and Ground Lightning Vortex combo. Again, the Mermails don't really have that big bodies. You have to do work to put in a big body monster. So, it's really nice being able to just get rid of the monster on the field and still attack straight for game, or just attack and get rid of monsters on the field. But yeah, got into my top 8 matchup. Rolled for my top 8 matchup, so that didn't really matter. But yeah, again, expect a tournament report coming soon within this week. Also, this mat is for sale because I really don't even like this mat. So if you want to inbox offers on the mat, and then I'll just sell the mat to the person who gives me the highest offer. It's a pretty nice mat, but I don't know. It looks like the 6 Samurai mat to me with just Fire Fist. But yeah, if you have any questions or comments about the deck, leave them in the comment section below. Be sure to thumbs up, rate, comment, subscribe, all that crap. And remember, it's not a pro play unless it's a misplay.